I want to update you on Puerto Rico as we are approaching almost 3 weeks since Hurricane Maria slammed into that U.S. territory. The island's still gripping with major problems, power outages, shortages of vital materials like just water supplies. But major folks outside of FEMA are stepping up to help. One of them is Bethenny Frankel. We know Bethenny is an entrepreneur, a TV star from the series Real Housewives of New York City, also founder of Be Strong. That's an initiative for women and families in crisis. And Bethenny, it's great to have you on. We had Fat Joe on, who's a music producer and artist, also now an activist trying to help folks out in Puerto Rico. And we know people with ties to Puerto Rico that have been trying to help the people there. What inspired you to charter planes and take victims and also donate items to the people in Puerto Rico?
It sort of just started as me saying I feel helpless and people around me saying you can't go there, you're crazy, there's no water, there's no electricity, and I'm like, why can't I go there? So I chartered the first plane and was going to fill it, and then I got in touch with a company called a charity called Global Empowerment Mission and WeDoBetter.org, and they were able to load the plane. So then I had people who could load the plane, and then I met this woman, Nicole from Dallas, who was so connected in Puerto Rico, and then we were able to unload the plane. And then my friends and people I know that are wealthy started hearing what I was doing, and they said, what are you doing? And I said, okay, do you want to sponsor a plane? So now we're into about 30 planes that have gone in and out. But even in a big plane, an MD-11, you can get 180,000 pounds on it. So we've sent hundreds of thousands of pounds, but now I am negotiating. It's not really a financial negotiation. I'm working out the terms with United Way to send 10 million pounds to Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, which would be worth like $20 million in relief. So we've done probably like $3 million already and 30 planes, but now moving into cargo and Carnival Cruise Lines and things like that.
Bethenny, what have you seen since you've been on the ground there?
It's really terrible. It's just like it's like a third world country. I keep saying it's like Slumdog Millionaire, just utter poverty, desperation. Yesterday our truck showed up and people waited 2.5 hours to get food. People are desperate. I've heard from children's hospitals that have no supplies. I mean, it's scary. There are hundreds of deaths, by the way. Because I have a Puerto Rican network now. I have an army that they all know the mayors of the towns, and they are hearing, this one knows that many people died, this one knows that many people died. So the death toll is way higher than we're hearing. It's just that we haven't had all those deaths confirmed. But some people are dead and they can't even get them out. And it's a horror show, and the west side of the island is bad.
We know that because of the deaths attributed exactly with this storm, there are so many more because of folks that have become ill or died in hospitals because they don't have the proper treatment or even diesel fuel to run the generators. Bethenny, when do you go back?
I will probably go back to Puerto Rico and or the U.S. Virgin Islands when we get this cargo ship there, because it's a major undertaking. The logistics that I'm dealing with, it's much harder than all of my businesses I've ever run together. I have never ever experienced something like this. This is crazy, and you meet such incredible people that help. But I am working with people that I have never met. Every person doing this is someone that I had never ever met, and we're all on these different chat rooms, and texting.
You're connecting the dots, and I love if anybody ever tells Bethenny Frankel no, you prove them wrong. Bethenny, thanks so much for your time.